morning class. Today we will be working on recognizing half within a circle of clock space and telling time to the half hour. So we'll be telling and writing time. And I put this video on for y'all to do a fluency practice from the 10. Watch the video. Minus 6 equals 7 minus 4 equals
3.
6 minus 5
1.
Good job. 7 minus 1
6.
5 minus 5
0.
7 minus 2
4.
5 5 minus 3
2.
5 minus 4
1.
8 minus 2
6.
8 minus 4
3.
4 9 minus 3
6.
6 10 minus 1 6 minus 3
3.
7 minus 5
2.
9 minus 2
5.
7 8 minus 1
7.
10 minus 2
8.
8, good job. 5 minus 2 5 minus 2 is 3 6 minus 4 2 10 minus 9
1.
6 minus 2
0.
9 minus 1
8.
10 minus 6
4.
5 minus 1
Hey, could you let Shannon come to the office a minute? She'll be back.
Okay,
Thank you.
Shannon.
7 minus 7 8 minus 8 6 minus 2 10 minus 8 9 minus 9 good job 8 minus 3
5.
6 minus 1
5.
5 10 minus 4 7 minus 3
4.
Good job.
Okay, Husky Pups, now's your chance to practice your subtraction back fluency to 10. See if you
Now we're gonna do one more, and it's called happy counting. We're gonna be counting to 1 to 100 and going backward with it too.
Hi Kinders! Today we're going to practice a activity called happy counting. And happy counting is going to help us practice counting numbers forward and back within the number 100. So we'll show you how to get started with this game, and then we'll show you how to make it a little bit harder. Are you ready to play happy counting?
Yes.
Okay, so when I do thumbs up, you're going to count up, and when I do this way, you're going to stop. When I do this way, you're going to do counting back. You can start at any number, don't always start at 1.
What did she say she's gonna do? She's gonna
Count up, count down.
count down. So let's remember that when we go into the video,
You want Kinders to be able to count, starting at any given number within 100. So, we'll take an easy one first. We'll start with the number 5. Ready, Rubber? Okay, here we go.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10, 9.
All right, so those are numbers that Kinders have already been working on a whole bunch this year. One place that is a tricky place for Kinders is when you switch over to another 10. So when you go from the 20s to the 30s, the 60s to the 70s, if you're going from 80s to 70s, if you're counting backwards. So that's a good place to practice going forward and backward a bunch of times so that they get more fluent and automatic with those numbers and knowing what comes next and what comes before. So we'll try with a little bit higher number this time. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, we'll start with the number 47. Morgan loves that number.
Start with the number 47.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're starting with 47. Here we go.
47, 48, 52.
51, 50,
Count backwards.
7, 6, 35, 45, 47,
3.
All right, if you find that your student is stumbling or struggling with those numbers where they change the tens, then that's a really good time to go up and back and up and back so that they practice doing it over and over and start to get the pattern of how those numbers work. All right, should we try one more, Rubber?
Yes.
All right, the best thing about this game is to practice from any given number, always starting with a different number, unless you find that they're struggling with a number. That's a good place to start. Starting from any given number instead of just one, then they have to really think about where they are in the number sequence and what is going to come next or what is going to come before that. So, River, what number should we start with this time? 80. That's a good place to start. That's right on the 10. All right, ready? All right, we're starting with 80. All right, that's happy counting. We hope you have some great happy counting in your day and that you get a lot of practice with those numbers up to 100. Bye, Kinders!
So now we're gonna go.
Hi, Kinders!
2 plus 6 is some more. We did subtraction, so now we're gonna do addition. Can y'all see that?
No.
I'm gonna just read it for you. 2 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 3 is. Good job. 7 plus 3 is. 8 plus 2 is. 7 plus 2 is. 7 plus 2. 7, 8, 9. Good job. 9 plus 2 is. Who said that? Good job. 11. 9, 10, 11. 5 plus 5 is. 3 plus 2 is. it's 8, we're gonna start with the number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 plus 3 is, 4 plus 1 is, 10 plus 1 is, good job, thank you. Now we're gonna go to the next thing. We're gonna start talking about telling time. So first we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna grab the clock. And I want you to, I'm gonna write the time. Do anybody know what time this is?
11 o'clock.
Good job. It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna write it on the board so you can see what 11 o'clock is, and then I want you to, you have a sheet of paper. You have a sheet of paper in your desk, and then you can write it on the paper yourself too, just for practice. So I'm gonna show you. 1. I'm not gonna, how many dots I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use 1 dot and 2 dots. And 2. Good job, Visa. Pat on the back. I'm gonna use 2 dots. What's gonna come after those 2 dots? The number what? Because it's 11 o'clock, so it's how many zeros you gonna need? 2. Good job, thank you. So that is 11 o'clock. Can everybody see that? 11 o'clock. If you don't have it, I just wanted to show you, and I wanted you to write it down yourself. If you don't have a sheet of paper in your desk, then you can just look at it. That's 11 o'clock. The next time I'm going to show you, I want you to tell me what it is, since y'all are so good at it. What time is this? Wait a minute. Look again. The short hand is on the 2, and the big hand is on the. So what time is it? It's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. Is anybody unsure about what time it is? It's 2 o'clock. The small hand is on the 2, and the large hand is on, the second hand is on the 12. The next, I'm going to show you how to write it. I'm going to write it. What's going to come first? The 2. Then we're going to do 2 dots and 2 zeros. Let's do another one. What time does this say?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. What time does it say? 6 o'clock. What's gonna come first for 6 o'clock? Is it
6.
the 6? Do we ever write 12? No. So we did 11 o'clock, we did 2 o'clock, we did 6 o'clock. So next we're gonna do and this is how it would look on a digital clock. So that's why Ms. Mosley wrote it on the board. So if you see it on a digital clock, it's gonna look like this. It's not gonna look like or the clock up there. Anybody know what a digital clock looks like? One good example is a phone. A phone, if you see it on a phone has a digital clock. It shows you the hour and the time. Do you know this is the hour and this is the what?
Time.
Well, this is, the whole thing is the time, but the first number is the, good job. This is the hour, and this is the minute. So I'm gonna do 7 o'clock. I'm telling you right now. 7 o'clock. Then we're gonna do 8 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Why is it 12 o'clock? Right, good job. Five o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Good job. So now we're gonna talk about, now we're gonna do the problem set. So make sure you're on lesson 12, module 5 on page 51. We're gonna do the first 3. I'm gonna come around and check to see if everybody's on page 51, lesson 12, module 5. Make sure you're not on the homework. You're on the homework. Turn to page 51, 5-1. 5-1. Make sure you're on, good job. You're on 5-1. Make sure you're on 5-1. Erase that. It wasn't supposed to be that. 5-1. You on 5-1? It says fill in the blank. Clock 8 says it's on 6. The hand is on 6. Is it on the 11, or is it after the 11, or is it before the 11? Which one is it? So would it be 11 or would it be 12?
11.
It's 11 because did it go on the 12?
No.
Is it after the 12?
No.
So it's gonna be 11 and it's 11. 11, we're gonna say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's 11, 30. Clock B says, clock B says 10:30. Good job, y'all. On it. So, clock A or clock B shows 11:30. Which one that shows half? Good job. Clock A shows 11:30. Let's go to number 2. Did everybody get A for number 1?
No, ma'am.
You should have A for number 1. You're on the wrong page. What do we have? The answer for number 1 is what? A. A. It's clock A for the answer. You should have A written in the line, on the line. A. Not the number 11. You should have A. You have extra right here. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 says clock A or B shows half past 2. We're gonna do clock A first. And clock A says what time is this?
2:30.
2:30. How do we know it's 2:30?
Cause the short hand's on the 2 and the long hand's on the 6.
And we're gonna count by what?
1.
Say it again.
10.
5. We're gonna count by 5 in order to know what's that second number. 5, 10, 15. Listen. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's 2:30. Clock B shows what time is it?
6. 1 o'clock. 1:30.
1:30. We're gonna do it again. How do we know it's 1:30?
Cause the short hand's on the 1 and the long hand's on the 6.
Wait, it's not 1:30. Let's look at it again.
It's 1:30. It's 12:30.
Look at it again. I know you probably.
12:30. 12:30.
It's 12:30. Move. It's 12:30. How do we know it's 12:30? Let's talk about the shorthand first. The shorthand is coming before or after the 1? Before the 1. It's coming before the 1, so therefore it's going to be on the
12.
The 12 is going to be coming as the 12. But if it comes, what if it comes after 1?
It goes after 2.
Would it be 2 or would it be 1?
1.
1, because did it touch the 2 yet?
No.
No, so it's going to be 1. But right now we're going to talk about 12 today. I mean, it's right. B is 12:30. B is 12:30. So clock A or B shows half past 2. Which one shows half past 2?
B.
A. Good job. It's A. Because the second clock shows what? 12:30. The first clock shows 2:30. Good job. Do everybody have A?
Yes.
Number 2 should be A. Erase that. Not the time, the letter.
Teachers, pardon the interruption. As a reminder, those teachers who are administering the social studies and or science assessment in grades 3 through 5, you need to grade the open-ended responses ASAP as soon as possible because I want my data ASAP as soon as possible. I don't have time to wait, so don't neglect and sit and put it in your bag or whatever. You need to grade it ASAP. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to go to number 3. Number 3 shows, and it asks, clock A or B shows 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Do you see that? It says 6 o'clock.
A.
Don't tell them. What time is it?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Do everybody else see this? What time is it?
6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock. Thank you. So clock A shows 6 o'clock. Clock B shows
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. So which one is right? Clock A or clock B? Clock A. Clock A. Clock A shows 6 o'clock. Good job. So you should have number 3 should be A, clock A. You should have A. A right here. Because clock A showed what time? 6 o'clock. And the word say clock A shows 6 o'clock. Number 2 is clock A or number B shows 2:30, and that's clock A. Again, clock A shows 2:30. Number 1, which clock shows 11:30? A shows 11:30. The hand is on the 6, and that 6 what? 6 can stand for what in minutes? 30. Good job. She's on it. So you should have letters. Circle the letters instead. You're supposed to have letters, and you shouldn't be. Only 3 should be answered. Only 3. Only 3. So now you're gonna go to page. Turn the back. Once you finish that, the first 3, turn on the back. And I want you to do number 6. All number 1, 2, and 3 should be A. We're gonna do number 6. Turn the page on the back. Page 52, 5-2. And I want you to do number 6. 5-2, 52. What number are we doing?
52.
We're doing page 52, but we need number what? What number is it? 6. Okay. Do everybody have the right page? Direction says match the clock. Match the clock. The first clock says 7:30. Which one is 7:30? The digital clock shows 7:30. This is the way you write digital. And right here on the right hand side is the digital clock. So draw, everybody take your pencils out. You should have a pencil out still. Match the clock. The first one says 7:30. 7:30 is what? What is 7:30? 7. 7 o'clock is 7 o'clock. 7:00. But 7:30. 7:30. Good job. It's 7:30. So we need 7:30. It's on the paper. So that's 7:30. So where is, you should draw the line to 7:30 and then find the clock that shows 7:30. Pay attention to the clock. I can show you 7:30 on here. This is 7:30. So draw the line to the matching clock. Miss Moses showed you on the board what 7:30 looks like. So you should draw the 7. Yes, And I showed you the clock right here, it's on the clock. And you should draw your line to, and the clock should be, set the word, oops, I'm sorry. You okay? This is 7:30. Do everybody understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We're drawing the line 7:30 to the digital clock and the manual clock. So you draw the line. What time does this say? 7 o'clock. So is it 7:30? Erase it. Erase this and make it. Draw one line connecting to the other line. So just see how you did this. Instead of this, you have the right answer. Take this and draw to this one. So that says 7:30. The first one says 7:30. Then where is 7:30? Draw the line from right here. No, take the line from this side and connect it. Are you sure this clock shows 7:30? This is 7 or what? So erase it, you erase it and look for the one that says 7:30. Make sure you're looking for the one that says 7:30. 7:30 is what time?
7 o'clock.
7, no, 7:30 is
7:30.
7:30. This the page we on. We're on page 52. And we're drawing 7:30. We're drawing lines to the manual clock and then the digital clock. Do everybody have it? We only did one, so you should only have one, so I don't want you to get confused. And I'm gonna read each one to you, so I don't want you to get confused. We need a line going to from the digital clock to the word, then a line going to the word to the manual clock. Do you understand? See how Ms. Mosley has her clock right here, which is a circle. It's my pretend clock. And I have a line going from from the word to the clock, then a line going from the word to the digital clock. So I have one going from the manual clock, then one going from the digital clock. What time? You're on the wrong page. 51. This page. I'm gonna explain it one more time. Some of us got it. Right. Instead of crossing over, you draw your line from right here to here. Then you draw a line from here. They don't have to be all one, just one line. You do one line here and then connect one line here. And the time is 7:30. What is 7:30? 7:30 is what? Who said 7:30? Good job. So why you gotta put it on your paper? That you have it on 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock has what? How many zeros? 2 zeros. This is 7:30. 7:30 is 7:30. 7 o'clock. 7. Half past 7 is 7:30. And 7 o'clock is, what's the difference between these two? One has 30 what? 30 what? 30, is it hours or minutes? 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes. The first hand shows is your hour hand. The second hand is the minute hand. So the first one will be it's the hour, which is 7. 7 is the hour. 30 is the minute. 7 o'clock. The hour, and that's 0 minutes. 0 minutes. They have 0 minutes. So on your paper, you should have 1 clock going to the 7:30, and then you should have another clock going to 7 and the 12. 7 o'clock. Then your digital, you have 1 line going to your 7 o'clock and 1 line going to 7 o'clock on your manual clock. What time does this say on this clock? So that's 7. If my small hand is on the 7, and my second hand is on the 12, what time is it?
7:30.
If my first hand, okay, if my first hand is on the 7, and my second hand is on the 12, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Only time it's not 7 o'clock is when it's not on 12. It could be any one of these. But when it's on the 6, it's going to be 7:30. 7:30. What does it mean when they say 7:30? It's in the middle. That's a good way to look at it. It's in the middle. It's on the 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's in the middle. This is 7:30. It's in the middle. So what is, looking at your clock on A, what is A? What time does it show on the clock? Not the digital clock, the clock that looks like this. What time does it show on A? Does it show 7:30 or does it show 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
So you're going to draw that line to the word that says 7 o'clock. It shouldn't be at 7:30. It should be at 7 o'clock. So go back and look at your paper and see if you have it right. Good job. Just change these. here and then draw one line here. You can go on, you have it right, you can go on to B if you want to. B says half past 1. It's half past 1. That means the hand is on 1, the short hand is on 1, and the long hand is on 6. That means on the clock it should say what?
Half past one.
Should it half past 1? So it should be the big hand is on the 6 and the small hand is on the 1. So look for the clock that shows this and draw it to the second word, half past 1. You should be drawing a line. That's right, 7 o'clock. What time does this say? That's 7. So draw the line to half past. Now where does the digital clock show 7:30 at? Where's 7:30 on the digital clock? So draw it to the half past. This one says half past 1. Which one shows half past 1 on the digital clock? Half past 1. Draw the line. Now you find a clock that shows half past 1. Which clock shows the same time? Good job. Now draw the line to this. Now do the rest of them like this. I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes to finish questions 1, question number 6, A, B, C, and D. 2 more minutes to finish A, B, C, and D. The third one says 7 o'clock. It says 7 o'clock. We did half past 1. So the next one says find 7 o'clock. So that means draw the line to 7 o'clock and then find on the manual clock which one says 7 o'clock. The third one says 7 o'clock. Fine, focus. You have yours. The next one says half past 5. Half past 5. So draw the line to the correct manual clock and then the digital clock. You need 2 lines. 1 line to the manual and 1 line to the digital. One line should be going to the manual clock and 1 line should be going to the digital clock. like on the board, I have two lines, one on one side and one on another side. So you need this one. Where's 7:30 over here? This is says 7:30, 7. This is 7:30, so which one shows 7:30 over here? That says 7 o'clock. Which one says 7:30? This says 7:30. Which clock shows 7:30? What time is 7:30? 7 what? 7 o'clock is 7:00. 7:30 is 7:30. So you draw a line to the digital clock. 7 o'clock is where? Where's 7 o'clock? Right there. So you draw a line to 7 o'clock. Where's 1:30? Okay. Now do the last one on your own. Modally. You finished? Finish. Good job. Thank you. 7:30 is what? Class, what is 7:30? What time is 7:30? 7:30. So 7:30 should be drawn to 7:30. Erase this. The second one says 1:30. 7:30. You have 7 o'clock right.
What are time supposed to be?
So what did we learn today? Can anybody tell me what we learned today? We talked about clocks. What did we learn about the clock?
We learned about the clock. It has 7:30. 30?
What is called 7:30? What is 7:30 called?
Half past
7:30. 7:30 is called 7:30. And then we learned how it looks on the clock, and we learned what else? How it looks. How does it look different? What is it called? It's called a what? The clock to the right-hand side is called a. What kind of clock is this? When it shows the numbers, it's called a what? It's called a digital clock. A digital clock. When it shows you the time like this, it's called a digital clock. And this clock is a what? A regular, or you can say a manual clock. And when we're telling time, what do we have to always remember? What do we always have to remember when we're telling time?
I'm supposed to do this thing?
That's the agency. We're not doing it yet. We're gonna talk first. What do we always have to remember when we're telling time? The small hand is what? small hand called? The shorthand. It tells the what? What are the times? The hour, the minute? What does the shorthand tell? It tells the hour. And the long hand tells the minute. And when the clock is like this, it's called what? We can say 12:30 or half past what? 12. If the clock is on this, it's half past what? Half past what? 11. How did you solve the problem? How did y'all solve the problems on the problem set and on the problem set? You figured out how to solve the problems how? I'm sorry. How did y'all solve the problems? Anybody know how we solve the problem? We figured out which hand, how you solve the problem, just like I showed you just now. We said where the first hand, which is the short hand, where is the short hand located? On the what? Where's the short hand located? On the 12, and the long hand is located 6. Do everybody feel like they understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think you know how to tell time good?
Yes.
I'm gonna try one more problem, one more with you. I'm gonna see if you know it. What time does the clock say?
10:30.
What's another way can you say 10:30?
Half a 10.
Half.
10.
What's the key word? Half past. Half past 10. And the other way you say it is 10:30, like she said. So we're gonna do an exit ticket now. Are y'all ready to do an exit ticket?
Yes.
It says draw the minute and the hour hand on the clock. On your exit ticket it says draw the minute and the hour on the clock. On the exit ticket it says draw the minute and the hour on the clock. The first clock says 1:30. 1:30, so you should draw 1:30. That's the hour first and the minute second. 1:30. Draw the minute and the hour hands on the clock. The first clock says 1:30. direction says, draw the minute and the hour hands on the clock.